Hi, hello, and welcome back to my podcast. It's not personal, you're just doing it wrong. Today, we have our first ever special guest in the studio. He is a cinephile. He has a new mustache of a pedophile.
Oh, crazy.
And he is one of the few straight white men that I value his opinion. Everyone, welcome to the studio, Brendan.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's an honor that you value my opinion at all. This is nice.
I do.
I really take that to heart. That's good.
Me and Brendan used to work together at React, and he was a PA turned talent, turned reactor, and you got a lot of shit from me.
I did. You know what, though? I begged for that talent job for a long time.
And I had to make you earn it. I had to trust that you were a real one. Like, the amount of PAs that come knocking on my door to be made famous is truly...
all of them, I'm sure.
There is no limit. So I thought it would be appropriate to bring Brendan here because the Oscars were last night.
Yes.
And I had to endure so many... I don't even know what you guys would call them, circle jerks, if you will, of movie breakdowns and analyses. How many movies do you go to a week?
Like go to see in theaters?
Yes.
2 to 4.
2 to 4. So yeah, every time you come into the studio, you had at least like 8 new movies.
Yeah,
we were like every other week.
Yeah, I see a lot of movies. Last year specifically, I made it a goal of mine to watch every theatrical release, and I had it down until I want to say like June. Up to June, I had seen every single movie that was released in theaters, with the exception, I had 2 rules. With the exception of like children's movies, I wasn't going to prioritize those.
Respect.
Or sequels in which I hadn't seen the first.
Okay.
So I made it a little bit easier on myself, but yeah, every other theatrical release for the first half of the year I'd seen.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I wonder how many hours that is. Have you ever taken the time
Too many. I want to say Letterboxd does, like at the end of the year, they're like, you spent this many hours watching movies.
Yeah.
But
like how much of your life is spent in a movie theater?
So much. Honestly, a good 10th of it, probably. Well, yeah, 5 to 10%.
Time is crazy.
Which is a lot.
Time is crazy. And you're an actor.
I am.
So also something he has some insight into. I'm not an actor. I've never been on a scripted set. So I'm interested to hear your point of view, your takeaways. But as we all know, I'm the pop culture prophet. I can predict anything and everything. Just kidding, I failed. You, on your ballot, actually ended up with 17 out of 24, correct?
17. Is this counting the short film that got tied? Did you
yes.
That? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, by the way.
Yes. And then I had 11.
Okay. But you know what? You got the casting one, and
we're gonna go through. There are not one but 2 that I got right that you got wrong.
Whoa!
So we'll be spending a lot of time on that because I need to toot my own horn. Okay, so the first category of the night was actress in a supporting role.
Yes.
Aunt Gladys. Moment for Aunt Gladys. I voted for Tanaya.
Yeah,
Teyana. Yeah.
Yeah, Teyana was great. For One Battle, I would have rather seen Chase Infinity get nominated. Maybe that's my hot take.
Oh, right.
I thought Teyana was really wonderful, but her role was just so small.
So small.
In terms of screen time, where Chase Infinity, that was really like her movie.
I agree.
But either way, I think Amy Madigan is walking home with it. I think she was fantastic, and it was honestly kind of a career award. I think everybody in Hollywood adores her, and they were like, this is her time to get on stage.
This was her first Oscar?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So everyone was very excited for her. I'm just so excited to see. I was a Super Sweet 16 fan, so that's like probably going over your head.
No, I know Super Sweet 16. I'm curious where that ties into in this conversation.
Oh, because that was Tiana's first time on TV.
No way.
When she was 16, she was on MTV, and she had a gigantic party thrown for her. Like Pharrell was there.
Oh my God.
And like, yeah, it was the best. Like, she was the standout for like having like the sickest party of the series.
Oh, sick. Okay.
So knowing that and then watching her through the Fade music video, Kanye, to this, it's just been so cool. And like, it's one of my wallpapers is her pregnant shooting that gun.
Yeah.
It's just so iconic.
Iconic image.
But I forgot about Chase Infinity. Who is this gorgeous
she looked
girl?
Wonderful last night.
The braids. Oh my God. But yeah, so that's a big snub. She didn't even get nominated.
Didn't even get nominated.
Yeah, because they knew they were going to give it to Homegirl.
I think so.
think so.
I think so. Tiana did have a good chance. Who was it? She wasn't even. Was she the second favorite? Would it have
I
been?
think so, yeah, because she won the Golden Globe.
She won the Golden Globe. Okay, so yeah.
But I saw like something on Instagram. It was actually a pretty like anybody's game category because I watched the Globes and Tiana won the Globes.
Yeah.
But then I didn't watch the Actors Awards or Critics' Choice, and I think both of those also like.
Did Amy Madigan get those, or they split?
I think Amy might have got one, and then like somebody else, like not one of them, got it.
So
It was a pretty mixed bag.
the Oscars are typically pretty easy to predict based on the award shows prior.
Yes.
This year, no.
I agree
No,
because
not
that's
at all.
how I did my voting.
Yeah.
And I was wrong. But obviously that makeup in itself, that character is huge. So, you want to come on his up? Incredible. Incredible.
Hi.
Duncan has
Duncan.
joined
Hi,
the
Duncan.
chat. Duncan
Hi,
has a
Duncan.
few things to say about Amy Madigan. Duncan?
Take it away. I agree.
Such an astute man.
I concur.
Such an astute man. Okay. Coming up next is animated feature K-pop Demon Hunters.
Didn't see it. I don't
Easy
think I'd seen
win.
any of those in the category this year. So
Have you still not seen K-pop?
still have not seen K-pop. I knew it was gonna win. I picked it, I believe.
You did.
But no, hadn't seen it.
It's so good.
That's what I hear. That's
It's
what I hear.
so good.
As someone who's I'm not a K-pop stan. I'm not.
Don't need to be.
Okay.
As again, this is my pop culture prophet coming into play now. My prophetic gift is when this came out on Netflix. I saw it same day because I am obviously a K-pop stan, but I'm not like an animated fan.
Sure.
Like I've missed like the last 10 Pixar movies probably. Like I'm not.
Who hasn't?
I'm not that.
Yeah.
But because I'm a K-pop fan, I watched it and it is genuinely so good, touching on like otherdom and just the need to be perfection in today's society. So lots of relatable themes not related to K-pop. But I knew it was going to be a hit. I
Yeah.
mean, I think you remember me coming into the office telling anyone that would listen to me, like,
Yeah.
have you seen this movie? Have you seen this movie? Have you seen this movie?
And you know what? The movie's garnered that reaction from everybody who's seen it. Everybody I know who has seen it is like, you haven't seen K-pop? You got to go see Demon Hunter. Or K-pop,
to.
what, K-pop Demon Hunter?
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay. I just didn't want to butcher the name.
They're
K-pop
demon
Hunter.
hunters. They
Yeah.
protect the world that they live in with their power,
Through
their
K-pop?
fandom.
That's incredible.
And so these demon, it's very much like K-pop meets Space Jam.
Awesome.
You know how like the aliens come and try to like
You take over.
or whatever
With
through
basketball.
basketball,
Yeah.
right? Same deal. Some demons form a boy band
Mm-hmm.
of demons, and as their fandom grows and the girls get lower, more demons are able to access the world.
Sure.
And so focusing on authentic storytelling and songwriting and, the close personal connection
Yeah.
is all touched on.
And you know what? I know we're going to get to best song, but
We should just jump to it.
sure, let's do it. Golden was obviously going to win. I thought I hadn't heard it until they did their performance of it last night, or they played it at some point
Yeah,
last
they
night.
played it. Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh shit, this is Golden.
Yes.
Yeah, the song's everywhere.
And that was your first time hearing it.
First time of hearing it, knowing what it was.
Got it.
I had heard it a million times before, and as soon as it started playing, I was like, "This is Golden." And I was
Yeah.
sitting with my roommate, who was also like, "Is this Golden?" And we're
I'm
like,
dead.
"Yeah." We're like, "We've been hearing about this song through the awards season because it's winning every time. Everything it gets nominated for, it's winning." And
Oh my God.
we just hadn't heard it. Neither of us had seen the movie, and we're like, "Oh wait, no, this is everywhere."
It's everywhere. And I love that you have that reaction because when I was watching, they cut to Michael B. Jordan. And I look at first, I'm like, that is the first time that man has heard this song. He was like,
Okay, he's grooving.
So that's K-pop Demon Hunters. Also, can we talk about the light sticks?
The light sticks.
Did you notice everyone had the little like lights?
Like in the
during
crowd?
their-
No, I didn't notice this.
So yeah, part of K-pop culture too is every group has their own light stick that they design and sell at the merch tables.
Mm-hmm.
And so before the girls came out to perform Golden, they had passed out light sticks.
Oh,
to
and they were
everyone
like
in
golden
the
light
crowd.
sticks.
Yes.
Okay, no, I do remember that.
So like seeing Leonardo DiCaprio, like Steven Spielberg with their K-pop light sticks.
These guys are in for the bit. They know what's up. They're veterans at this point.
It was a dream come true.
Yeah,
It was a
that's
dream
incredible.
come true for me. I really, really enjoyed it. And how, I mean, 2 for 2. right?
Two for two.
They got 2 Oscar nominations, and they won both.
Yeah. They dominated the animated space last year.
Dominated the animated space.
And that was Netflix, right?
It was Netflix. Sony
Okay,
sold it to Netflix for pennies.
Netflix got 2 or 1.5 Oscars last night.
They did.
They got short too.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Conan O'Brien for the joke about like, why does the company that I buy toilet paper have nominations?
Yeah. Conan O'Brien really killed it last night. In the room, I think the room was pretty lukewarm on it.
Yeah.
But my living room was not.
Exactly.
I had a great time watching Conan from home. He's very entertaining. He's a good host.
He really is the people's comic.
He
He's
is.
been through it. Like
Yeah.
he has like history with Jay Leno. He was going to get Jay Leno's
Yep.
show and then it got taken away. We kind of have the same hair. I'm obsessed with his hair. My dad was a fan, so I'm a fan. And yeah, he crushed.
The
He
older I
absolutely
get,
crushed.
the more I appreciate Conan. Definitely.
Okay. Do I want to say anything more about K-pop? No. Great song, great movie. It was iconic. I told you so. Best animated short. Oh, that's what you just mentioned. That also a Netflix win. Right?
No. They got live action. Maybe animated too, but so for live action short, it was a tie, which is
Right.
crazy. It was a 7th tie in
Never
Oscars
been done
history.
before.
7th tie, the 7th time.
Oh, 7.
But never in our lifetime, I don't think. I guess I haven't fact checked this, but I read that it was the 7th tie in Oscars
Okay,
history.
I'll take it.
And yeah, it was between The Singers and the French movie Two People Exchanging Saliva, which I'd gone and seen. So yesterday morning.
Oh, really?
I went to see the live action slate in AMC.
Oh, fun.
And
That's cool that they do that. I didn't know they did.
yeah, they do that. So every year they'll do like a showing of all the shorts, of all the live action shorts, and then there's a different showing of all the animated shorts.
Oh, fun.
And I didn't see the animated ones this year, but the live action ones I saw yesterday, and walked out of there being like Two People Exchanging Saliva is going to win.
Is the winner.
And I was half correct.
Half correct.
Could have not predicted that there would be a tie.
I chose Saliva because I liked the title.
And it's a good title, and it's you should watch it. It's actually super interesting. It's a really interesting like forbidden love story. But that being said, maybe I don't want to come off as a hater, but The Singers, I would have gone somewhere else. If we're choosing two, that would not have been my second choice.
Good to know. Good to know.
At all. Yeah. Friend of Dorothy, incredible, so touching. And also, honestly, the rest of them I liked more than The Singers.
Literally anything but Singer.
The Singers was my favorite until I had seen the other ones, and I was like, oh wait, no, it's cool,
Got it.
but I'm going other places.
Well, there you go. Your most in-depth coverage of the live-action shorts
Short films that you can get.
here on the Pop Culture Prophecy. But best animated short went to The Girl Who Cried Pearls.
Heard good things. Never saw it.
Never saw it. Iconic title. I went with The Three Sisters.
I went with
Butterfly.
Butterfly. I like that title. Seemed cool, but I hadn't seen any of them.
It was a toss up. I was always going to vote. I mean, Butterfly. I guess you could say could be a female led something or other, but without seeing them, I was going to vote for either the sisters or the girl.
Yeah, and you just picked the wrong one.
I just picked the wrong one.
It happens.
I just picked the wrong
The shorts are always the hardest ones to vote for because I never see them.
Exactly. Another swing and a miss for us. Costume design. It went to Frankenstein.
What did I choose?
We both chose Sinners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, like, it could have been the same wardrobe
Yeah.
when you think about it.
Maybe just use of wardrobe is different.
Maybe.
I don't know. You know what we noticed early on was early in the show, like all the smaller awards, Frankenstein dominated.
Truly. Yeah, they have like a couple
like
in
the
a row.
Academy loved Frankenstein this year, and they were like, "Where can we give you awards because we can't give you any of the big ones, unfortunately."
Exactly.
So where can we give you your awards, and you're just going to take home all of them?
Which is also a Netflix movie.
Yeah, also a Netflix movie.
Ay.
I love their costumes though. And then they got hair and makeup as well, which absolutely was deserved.
And we
the
both
way
got that
Frankenstein
right.
looked.
That
Yeah.
was the next category, was hair and makeup. And we got that one right. We crushed it.
Good.
Obviously, I mean, to make Jacob Elordi ugly,
Was he ugly?
I thought he looked disgusting.
I think that's kind of the point of the movie is that he doesn't look disgusting.
He could make himself on a couple Hear Me Out cakes
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Like, you know what? Actually, I would.
You know what though? You're getting laughed at if you're like Jacob Elordi and Frankenstein is my Hear Me Out. It's like fuck off. It's Jacob Elordi.
Exactly.
You don't. Nobody has to hear you out. It's Jacob Elordi.
Exactly. But the fact that I was repulsed by him, I think, deserves an Oscar.
I can't disagree.
Next category is the premiere debut of the category Best Casting.
Best casting. Let's talk about this. I thought Sinners was a lock. I was telling everybody, I was like, Sinners is going to win. My prediction was that we were talking about precursor awards. My prediction was that at least for the first 5 years of this award, until it really becomes established as like this is a part of the Academy Awards, it would be the same winner as SAG Ensemble.
Oh,
I thought without a doubt it would just be like, we're going to copy and paste because that's who we like, and now until we figure out some nuance to how to vote for this. But they figured out the nuance before I could have given them credit.
Yeah. So first of all, I can't name any other projects that she's cast, but I am familiar with the name Cassandra Koulikoundas, because it's a fun name to say, Cassandra Koulikoundas. Yeah, the way I look at it is the cast made the movie
In one battle.
That's like the criteria I was like, or the rubric. Like, I think Sinners was such a sick story, and like obviously like seeing Michael B. Jordan in it was incredible, and all the other cast, but like, not to say that I think that movie could have been just as effective with another cast. I think that seeing, the opportunity to see Leonardo DiCaprio in his boxers as a stoner, as some washed up guy, like that's the casting producer's job, because the character's already washed up, but you're thinking like, how fun would this be? And like, we know that Leo already in his personal life is such a like progressive when it comes to like environmental change and stuff like that. So I loved that, seeing like Regina Hall as like another like rogue kind of activist, I guess is what you would call it.
Regina Hall's always welcome on my screen.
Always. And to see her play like a serious role
really
too
cool.
was very cool. And then obviously the Tiana of it all, like I could not imagine any other actress or human being looking at Sean Penn and saying, "Get it hard."
Yeah.
No one else could have done that.
No one else could have done that. Not like her.
Exactly.
Not like her.
So that's
She's talking
where
to the audience.
the casting comes into play.
And you know what? And that's so fair. I guess I had taken. I watched it and I was like, okay, how hard do we have to work to look at Leo and say you can play this?
Understood.
You know what I mean?
Leo can do anything.
Leo can do anything, and I think he's probably first choice for every large movie that comes out that's just like, you got a male character between 30 and 50. Let's send it to Leo and see if he likes the script.
Exactly.
Oh, he doesn't like the script. We're going to go with anybody else. Like, now we're actually going to cast this. But, like, Leo's first choice. It seems that way, at least. And so I'm like, how hard do you have to work to do that? But you're right. It's a whole ensemble piece. Sinners is the same way. And I just thought that was where it was going.
And that's on me for not being like familiar with the supporting cast as much as the supporting cast on One Battle. And also like, for me, I don't really work with actors. I do all my casting in unscripted and like reality and game shows. So there is such a importance to tying their personal story into the decisions that we make, because when you're watching The Bachelor and you're watching this package of this girl who's been heartbroken a million times or something, like that helps her character.
Sure.
So that is kind of where my head went and why I made that decision.
You made the right call, though.
I think
you made the right call.
But I also hear what you're saying. Like, until we figure out what to do with this category, like, you manage. It's almost like the award, like, who managed to get Leo too, right? Like, 'cause I'm sure all these movies wanted Leo.
Yeah.
But it was Miss Koulikoundas who was able to get him to sign that line.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe that's the award. Maybe we'll see in future,
Who gets Leo
future
award.
awards. Whoever is able to book Leo is the one who actually wins the Oscar. Next up is live action. We talked about that. Two people exchanging saliva. I'm just a horny slut, and I was like, yeah, that's hot.
The movie's like relatively horny, but not in the way that you would think. There's almost no kissing.
Really?
Almost no. So it takes place in a world where kissing is like
bad.
Like nobody, like people are literally getting killed for kissing. And
catch me dead in this show.
Yeah, I know. I'm not lasting long in this world. People are getting dragged out of places for kissing, and it's just like it's treated as like a murder.
And
and
felonies.
and like nobody brushes their teeth. Like it's
Because what's the point?
well, not even what's the point. It's like I guess so. Everybody has to have like bad breath. Like they make a note of like bad breath, and like one of the guys is like, one of the older guys is like, I haven't brushed my teeth in 60 years.
I'm dead.
And shows his nasty mouth. But the main character has a crush on this woman and really wants to kiss her. And so she has to go get some black market toothpaste and toothbrushes. And she like brushes her teeth in a bathroom stall and then gets caught. And it's like, it's a really, really trippy kind of dystopian world without going too far into like the large scale dystopia of it all. You just kind of
like
see that it's like,
it'd be weird if.
yeah. It's a weird universe that they're in, but super intriguing.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'm influenced. BP's a influencer.
The French people, they know how to make a weird film. Well,
Also, I think I knew that it was French, and so that's also kind of why I thought I was going to be like avant-garde, or like not avant-garde, like
and
they're always taking risks.
It was risky
over in France.
Totally.
Okay, next category, actor in a supporting role. You got this correct. Sean Penn, one battle after another. I voted for Stellan because he won the Globe, and he won a couple others.
Totally fair. I didn't fully vote with my heart. I walked out of one battle the first time, and I was like, oh, Sean Penn gave the most vile, disgusting performance I've maybe ever seen.
Which is true.
And so that in and of itself, like, is pretty incredible. I would have liked to see Benicio win just because I like him, like as a dude.
Cool.
I'm like, Benicio is one of the coolest guys in Hollywood and has been for 30 years now. And so I would have liked to see him win, but Delroy as well. It was really a stacked
truly stacked
category.
Truly stacked. And I am a fan of Stellan. The only thing I'm really familiar with is he did Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
He did, yeah. I see, and my apprehension with Stellan, or there was never going to be a world where I voted for him, and it was because, hot take, I really didn't like Sentimental Value a ton.
There you go. I
I
didn't see it.
It was good. It was really good, but it just didn't like hit the points for me that it did for the people that loved it.
Fair enough.
And so I was like, Stellan, you're not going to get my vote ever. I would vote for literally any of the other four prior to this one, just because of the film.
Can I say something crazy?
Say it.
You mentioned Benicio.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, what I learned that Benicio del Toro and Guillermo del Toro are different people.
It was bound to happen sometime.
I just learned that.
It was bound, and
because I was looking at because like Guillermo is Frankenstein.
yes.
So I was like,
Shape
oh
of
my
Water.
God, Benicio, you're crushing it. Like you're acting in one battle. You've also got a nomination for Frankenstein. Like this guy is having his moment. And then last night happened.
But again, it was bound to happen at some point. I'm glad. Last night was the best time to do it. Like they were both there. They were both
there.
prominent figures in the room.
I had never seen both in the same room. So, you know,
They could have been the same person up until
now. So yeah. I'm glad I got that rumor squashed.
Good.
I would have liked, I wish I voted for Sean Penn because Sean Penn too, for me on a cultural level, insane. Seeing that performance, like mixed with like knowing that he did that El Chapo interview with Rolling Stone. Like that dude is a freak. And then what's the tea about him not showing up? Like
he's the most interesting guy. Apparently
Culkin didn't like it.
Culkin, I don't know if he didn't like it or if he's just hilarious, but it was a great comment. Sean Penn couldn't make it tonight or just didn't want to. Apparently, well, he went to the Golden Globes, right?
Right.
And was chain smoking the entire time. Apparently, people went over to him and they were like, hey, you can't smoke in here. And he was like, fuck you, I'm Sean Penn. I'm going to smoke in here. And good for him. He's right. And so people are guessing that maybe all of the other award shows were like, hey, by the way, there is no smoking allowed. And he was like, okay, I'm not going to show up then.
Writing, adapted and original. You got both right.
Both were obvious.
Both were obvious, and this is on me and we'll get to. I guess we'll jump to this now too. Sinners, we love Sinners. Writing was great, very original. Mm-hmm. That was, I think, my takeaway from. And again, I should have fucking voted. I wanted to see a Sinners sweep.
Did you?
So a lot of mine, I just voted Sinners because I wanted them to win everything.
Sure. Did you vote not Sinners in this?
No.
Who did you vote?
I did.
Oh, you
I
did.
vote
Okay,
Sinners.
good.
I'm jumping ahead because I'm thinking about big Best Picture between One Battle and Sinners.
With the way that the award shows have been, there was a very real possibility of a Sinner sweep, and we could kind of tell early on. Okay, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I guess they did get cinematography, but when like I can't even think of the other categories. Like when they weren't getting costume or they weren't getting
Production design. Song.
Yeah, or song. Like there, we were like, okay, let's just sit back. The Academy really, really didn't go crazy for Sinners, but you know what? Sinners ended up getting big ones. Like
yeah, absolutely.
Sinners had a good night, and they did have the most Oscar nominations in history. Well deserved. There was a reality where they ended up getting 8 or 9 wins, and there is also a reality where they get 2 or 1.
Yeah.
So it was really a nice mix.
And it was spread out. Like Ryan Coogler got 2, Michael B. Jordan got 1.
Did Ryan Coogler get 2? He just got 1. He just got screenplay.
Oh, you're right.
I believe.
Yep.
I would have liked to see him win for director, but Paul Thomas Anderson, again, he had never won an Oscar before last night. So seeing him get the 3 that he was nominated for, I'm really happy for him, and I think it's good for Hollywood.
Good for them. I got messed up because I voted for the girls.
Yeah,
I did Hamnet because I wanted to see a girl win for best adapted screenplay.
I would have liked to see Hamnet could have won. Yeah. There was a moment. So One Battle they announced adapted first, I believe.
Yes, they did.
And One Battle won.
Correct.
And we're like, okay, it's One Battle's night. And then I'm sitting in my living room, and while they're about to announce original, and just kind of on the edge of my seat because this was the first big one where if Sinners didn't win this one,
it was going to be telling for the rest of the evening.
Yeah. Then we're like, okay, Sinners actually might not get anything tonight because casting was the big one. Casting was the one that I was like, they for sure locked it down, and they didn't. We're like, okay, maybe not. And then if they didn't win, if Frank Coogler didn't win original screenplay, it would have been very, very telling, and the night would have gone a lot differently, I think. But I'm happy for him. I'm super happy for him. I think he deserved it. That's a hell of a movie.
Yep. Okay, some more technical ones here. Production design, you got correct. Frankenstein. I voted Sinners. We both obviously got visual effects correct. Avatar.
Yeah, I mean that's what those movies are for. I didn't see Avatar, but
How many are there now?
3.
And each one he said is the last one, right? Isn't that kind of the running bit where he's like, "This is the last one"?
No, opposite. Oh. Each one, everybody is telling him, "Hey, make this the last one." Because he did the first one, he's like, I've got a whole world, and people are like, we don't want a whole world, man. Just. And then he made the second one, and he's like, I've got 5. No. He's making 5 of them. He's like, I've got 5, and I for sure can make the first 3, and I might have to pass it along to another director who I trust to make 4 and 5, but we'll see. Just because the movies take so long to make. And everybody is like, James Cameron, please get back to making real movies.
Right.
Like, not that Avatar's not a real movie. It is, but it's like...
with humans and things.
Like, you made Titanic, man. Why are you making Avatar 4?
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. Well, if there's any aspiring directors listening, I please earn the trust of James Cameron and then don't make those last 2
Shoot
movies.
your shot for Avatar 4 and then shoot it down.
Burn it alive. I felt like a piece of shit for best documentary short. I didn't know all the empty rooms had to deal with empty classrooms.
Oh my God.
Oops.
What did Conan call them? Little sads? he said best documentary short, or as I like to call them, little sads, and that's exactly what they are.
They are little sads.
They are little sads, and
I didn't know. Why are all documentaries sad?
Because the world's fucked up.
It's true.
I think that's my guess, at least. The documentary, the documentarians winning at the Academy Awards is really nice because they are generally not so self-absorbed, and they come on stage and they talk about some stuff that they actually care about, and that's real and that people should listen to. And so it was nice to not hear any of their mics get cut off last night.
I was saying, and they usually get the shortest amount of time.
Yep.
So they have a lot of information to pack into that time. Documentary feature.
I haven't seen any of these, but what was it? The one, The Perfect Neighbor?
We both voted for The Perfect Neighbor.
And that
Mr. Nobody against Putin.
Oh, whoa.
Which, in a loud Barney's Beanery, I was trying to grasp what it was about. Was it like somebody like trying to run against Putin?
No,
I
I believe it's the Mr. Nobody is the people. Mr. Nobody is the group of nobodies.
Got it.
Or at least based on the speech. That's what they said. They came up and they were like, we need to acknowledge that we all feel so small, but like complicity.
Complicity.
Complicity?
Complicit.
But being complicit to a dictatorial regime or a dictator is just small breadcrumbs that lead up to a big
shit storm. But have you not seen The Perfect Neighbor?
I have not seen The Perfect Neighbor. I heard really, really fantastic things about it. Yeah,
I've seen that one. So good. I'm a Dateline freak. I love true crime, so
that's right there.
it's right up my alley. Yeah, watch it.
Okay.
I can't recommend it enough. I mean, it's also really fucking sad.
Yeah, I like to cry. I like watching
that
things
in
that make me cry.
mind.
So this is
It just made me so angry. Next up is music, original score. We both got that correct with Sinners. I mean, if you're in a category for original score up against somebody named Ludwig,
it's wraps.
you're fucked.
Wrap it up.
Wrap up.
Yep.
So
That guy already has 3 or 4 Oscars, I think.
does he?
He's gonna be the John Williams. Like John Williams, I think has literally 20 something Oscars.
Oh wow!
'cause
For scores.
Yeah, for scores, and he's gonna be the closest thing that we have. He works with Ryan Coogler. They met in college, I think.
Oh,
And yeah, he's worked with him on all of his films.
very cool. I'm a Trent Reznor.
Oh my god!
Who did you say has the most?
John Williams. John Williams. He's the one that he did Harry Potter. He did the Indiana Jones.
Got
he
it.
did Jaws.
Iconic.
Like all of the iconic film scores. He did Schindler's List. Like all of the iconic Spielberg scores.
Schindler's Post-it.
What?
That just jumped into my head. He was talking about like it was a bit that Conan was doing, like if we use AI or we shorten
Schindler's
the movies or something.
Yeah.
It was he said
was
all
talking about
sorts
the
of them,
shorts.
and it was going so well. And then the last one, he's like, "I'm fucking going for it. I'm going for it. This joke is fucking smashing." And then he said Schindler's Post-it, and the whole room went silent. It was so good, but like just to see, I love when you can just see externally somebody's brain working.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he was lighting up. He was like, "Oh, this joke is crushing. I'm killing this." And then he said that last one, and he was like, "Yeah, people at home are gonna appreciate that one. I killed it." We were talking about scores. I said Trent Reznor.
Trent Reznor. This is a great time in conversation since we're talking about the Oscars to just note down that Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross got absolutely snubbed for Challengers
Yes.
2 years ago or last
Yes.
year, and Challengers should have won.
Made the movie.
What?
I think it made the movie. The
I think it made the
soundtrack.
movie.
The tension.
Oh my God.
the
Fantastic film that is absolutely affected and made from the score. Should have won. That's my 2.
Agree. Oh, and then also, that's what made me think of it because you're naming all the John Williams amazing things that he scored. My therapist, Jim Jacobson, scored a little movie called Pulp Fiction.
Jim Jacobson.
Shout out Jim.
Shout out Jim Jacobson. Okay.
Fantastic therapist.
Great
and composer.
therapist, and he knows how to make a film score.
He's incredible. If you need a therapist, DM me. I got a good one for you. Film editing. Oh wait, sound.
Sound. I voted with my heart on this one.
Tell me about this movie.
Surat. Surat is, first of all, it's a movie that's made by The Sound.
Okay.
But it's about a father and a son that join up with a group of ravers in North Africa, and the father and the son are looking for the daughter/sister who went missing at a rave 8 months before, and so they're like hopping from rave to find their daughter.
Wow.
Or the daughter, but that's not what the story is. So like that's like what the motivation is essentially. And then they meet this group of ravers and they're like, "Hey, have you seen this girl?" And they're like, "No, she's not here, but she might be at the next one. We're going to this next one in a couple days." And they end up on this road trip with this group of ravers. It's a caravan going across North Africa, and it's like a road trip drama
Okay.
that turns into a thriller in the last half.
Ooh.
And it is it's one of the most unique, interesting, fantastic movies that I have seen in a long time, and it sticks with me. I saw it in theaters just out of like a whim. I was like, "Fuck it, I haven't seen much else."
You got that movie
Or
pass.
I've seen everything else, and I have a movie pass. Let's do it. And it has been in my brain since seeing it, more so than almost anything else that I've seen in between.
Wow. English?
Yeah, Spanish.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was Spain's bid for Best International Feature. I don't believe it was nominated for Best International Feature, but I wanted to vote for it where I could. And I knew it wasn't going to win. It wasn't getting talked about. Sound was F1. Yeah, and that was kind of a lock too, but I was like, I want Surratt to win, so I picked with my heart.
Vroom, vroom. Like what?
You know what's funny? F1 has an Oscar win. Marty Supreme does not.
Hysterical.
That is something.
I'm happy F1 got it just for that fact. That's great. That's a great point. Film editing.
Sinners, yeah?
One Battle. You voted One Battle. I voted Sinners.
It's something, man.
I know nothing about film. I can't watch something and say like, oh,
This was edited so superb.
right, because I think it's obviously more than just like the cuts.
You know what's
Like
interesting,
it's
though?
film editing. Like you're manipulating film.
It is.
no?
Well, you hear a lot of veteran filmmakers talk about how movies are made in the cut. And like you hear Denzel talks about how films are not an actor's medium, they're an editor and director's medium.
Interesting.
Which
yeah.
is exactly which is
Because you
true.
provide
And
the
you
raw
don't think
footage
about
with
it.
your performance, and it's up to the director and
To
the
manipulate it, they
editor
choose what
to-
takes. They choose how the flow
You
of the
get
story
really
is
high
with
quality
the
clay,
edit.
but it doesn't matter if the sculptor isn't.
Absolutely, if they're not competent.
Yeah.
And so it's made in the edit. And so I wonder if that's a big, looking back at previous Oscars, if the edit also wins Best Picture more often than not. That would be something interesting to look into. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's a big conversation around films being made in the edit room.
Interesting. That's a very interesting point as well. Because yeah, the only time I've like actually even heard of any editing is everyone bashing on Wuthering Heights and saying that Emerald Fennell just makes music videos.
What did you think of Wuthering Heights?
Oh baby, Emerald Fennell could do no wrong. Which also, like, I remember everyone talking about Sinners.
Yeah.
When that came out, and like me hearing the buzz, I'm like, okay, because I don't really see movies. I'm a TV freak, and so I was like, okay, is this gonna be one I need to see? And I kept like asking people about it, and it wasn't until like Sinners had been like out for months, or like however long movies are out for, that someone finally told me that it's not only with Michael B. Jordan, but two Michael B. Jordans.
Double Michael B. Jordan, 4 of his arms out and
I
sweaty.
saw it that night. And
Worth it.
everyone, again, Wuthering Heights, going on this press tour about Emerald Fennell. All you needed to say was Saltburn Part 2.
Yeah.
And I was there.
Yeah.
I was in the theater the next day. I loved it. This is my issue with people who like movies that get a lot of buzz, is like you go into it thinking it's something that it's not.
It builds an expectation.
It builds an
I'm with you.
expectation. I was expecting like this like deeply like forbidden love
Yearn
situation,
kind of thing.
and they're just horrible people.
Yeah. Yeah, both of them.
Like by the end, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm kind of like, good.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I'm glad you and your baby died, by the way.
I won't spoil it.
They don't know whose baby.
Everybody who is going to see Wuthering Heights has already seen it.
It's true. I think I was the last one.
Yeah, probably.
I saw it like a week ago. Also, like all of a sudden credits roll, and I look over at my friend. I'm like, I thought Charlie XCX was in this movie.
Her voice is in it a little bit.
A little bit. That soundtrack is so good.
Yeah.
I hope she tours it, or at least plays them. Because I just got Outside Lands tickets, and she's headlining, and hoping to hear a few songs. Okay. Next up is cinematography. This was another one that I got right, and you got
I got
wrong.
Yep.
I mistakenly voted for, I thought Chloe, because I'm also a big Chloe Zhao fan,
Yeah.
because she was doing the reboot of Buffy that Hulu took out from underneath her. But this was the big win for women.
This was.
Autumn.
And I am very happy to be wrong. She was who I was rooting for, and I had just like hedged my bets in the wrong way.
Yeah.
but I'm so stoked that she won. That's a big win for women. Big win for women in film specifically, and cinematographer. She was only the third female cinematographer to ever be nominated.
Wow.
And
first to win.
And so she just bumped up the batting average to high.
Yes.
You know? So yeah, really, really stoked for her.
And a quick shout out for Asian women from the Bay Area.
Yep.
We've got our gold medalist figure skater, Miss Liu.
Yep.
I'm blanking on her first name, Alyssa.
Liu, yeah.
And now we've got Autumn.
Yeah. It's been a good past couple months.
As someone who identifies as an Asian female from the Bay Area, I'm just like, I'm taking this as a win for myself.
You know what? You should.
I love my Bay Area Asians. I miss you all dearly. Wrapping it up with the biggies. Directing. Oh, and then sentimental value. Obviously, we both won for international film. Blah 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 blah.
Did I choose sentimental value for
You
international?
did. Probably because you knew it was going to win.
It was because I knew it was going to win. I wanted Secret Agent to win that.
Oh, I wanted to watch that. I didn't get around to it.
I loved it. A lot of people are kind of lukewarm, but I loved it. Sentimental value, though, yeah, it was kind of the obvious choice.
And closing out with the big four, directing. Paul Thomas Anderson
taking home his first one. Legendary director, and it's good that he finally got one. Ryan Coogler would have been awesome to see him on stage again.
What else other than Licorice Pizza?
Has PTA directed Boogie Nights?
No.
You would love Boogie Nights. You would love it.
Noted.
Boogie Nights, Magnolia,
Okay.
Phantom Thread. He did The Master about Scientology. I think you'd probably like that too.
Yep. So kind of like an indie guy too, right? Like he's
Big
always
time.
been kind
Big
of
time.
like, that's what I thought. So this is new territory for him.
I wouldn't say so. I think he still did it, and he's been doing studio films for a little while.
Okay.
Or for probably a while. But he does them in kind of an indie way, or like his movies do always kind of have an indie feel to them. And I wouldn't say this was much different. He usually gets big name guys. He gets Daniel Day and Joaquin Phoenix, and so Leo is just kind of Leo was supposed to do Boogie Nights with him in the 90s, and he ended up doing Titanic. So yeah, I guess this is the largest scale movie he's done, but to me it still felt like there was indie DNA in it.
Imagine being his kids. What a cool family. His wife,
I
Maya
met
Rudolph. You met them?
I met them. They came into my restaurant, and
The whole family?
yeah. Well, maybe not the whole family. I don't know how many kids he has.
Two
but
kids?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Maya and
Maya.
him.
So Maya was in line, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's Maya Rudolph!" And then it didn't even cross my mind that she was married to PTA until minutes later. It was a long line, and Maya Rudolph's coming, and then she's second in line, and I'm like, "Oh my god, does this mean that Paul's here?" And then she gets up to the front of the line, and Paul comes up, and I almost shit my pants, dude. Yeah.
He just won. Were you saying this is his first Oscar win too?
1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
Amazing. And then Miss Maya Rudolph just got Oh Mary. She's doing the Oh Mary on Broadway.
Oh.
Cole Scola's show.
Okay.
So
The family's up right now. Family's so up.
Nintendo Switch is for everybody. You know, like come on. I just like, and like, what's like, I would already want to be those kids without all of this accolade, and like how do you keep those kids grounded?
I don't know.
I trust them though too to do
I
it.
do
It's not
too.
like they're going to be some douchebag like Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore child running around.
I would
Like,
hope not. Maya Rudolph seems super grounded, and the one very short time I spoke to her, she was very, very sweet and grounded. So
I am a stan through and through and through and through. Big SNL fan, big Bridesmaids fan.
yeah.
Actor in a leading role.
Okay. Who did you say for this? Did you get it right?
I did.
You did. You said Michael B.
I said Michael B.
I
'cause
went
I was
ag-
going for the sweep.
I went against better judgment. I knew Michael B would probably win, given recent developments that while voting was still active. Because Timmy, if we remember, was the favorite for the last 6 months.
Yes.
Probably.
And I think you have quite a kindred spirit for Timmy.
Okay. This category was
What?
really hard for me because I'm a big fan of all of them.
Yes.
But for different reasons.
Okay.
Timmy, I'm a fan of because I just like want to be the guy. He seems close enough in what's the word I'm looking for? In
Age.
age. That's not what I was looking for, but yeah, sure. Let's go.
Like life, I
Close
guess.
enough in age, life experience, and I'm like, yeah, man. Like, if I was in your position, I would be doing all the same things that you're doing too.
If
Not
I was
all of
dating
them,
Kylie
but most
Jenner.
of them. What?
If I was dating Kylie Jenner
Oh my
too.
god!
Like,
If I was dating, what a life that guy. I mean, and I try not to feel too bad for him. He looked pretty defeated last night. And he's had a rough past couple weeks, but like, you're still Timothée Chalamet, you're still dating Kylie Jenner, your life's still fucking good, man. So if you're watching this, I don't want you to forget that, okay? Your life's still good. You've got things to live for. All right, last night was rough, but you're gonna get them in the future. Leo, I'm a lifelong Leo fan.
Sure.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I love Leo. That's like my
mustache was
go.
great.
I watched Titanic when I was 3 years old, and then I was shown Titanic from a really young age, and I was like, oh, real recognized real. I was like, that's the guy.
first set of boobs you saw?
For sure.
Same.
For sure. Really?
Same.
Hell yeah.
Titanic.
Yeah. And so Leo's just been in my life forever. And let's talk about it right now.
Okay. Because I also I can't not let everyone know that you waited in line for 12 hours
14
for a
for
jacket.
the-
14.
For the Marty Supreme jacket. I did do this. That's true.
So I need
It.
I noticed you didn't vote for Marty Supreme for Best Picture. You didn't vote for Timmy. So does it have to do with the ballet and the opera of it all that didn't make the cut for your vote?
I didn't vote for Timmy because I think Leo had the best performance from last year, and this is what I really want to talk about.
Two things can be true.
Two
You
things.
can love Timmy and
I
Leo,
do,
you think
and
has the best.
I love Timmy, and I love Michael B too. Michael B, he got up there and spoke, and the only thing I could think of is there is no more deserving person tonight to win. Yeah. I was so happy for him, and I am so happy for him. There's a video of him at In-N-Out afterwards.
Yes, I saw those.
And he's awesome, but Michael B. Jordan now has the same amount of Oscars as Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
And that something doesn't sit right with me about that. So I went and looked back this morning. I said, what has Leo been nominated for? Or what years, what roles was he nominated for? He's been nominated 7 times. He's lost all but one. He won for The Revenant, deserved. Could have won for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in 2020.
Sure.
The Joker won. Joaquin Phoenix won for The Joker. That's a 50-50. I'm going Leo for that. Whatever.
Definitely.
He was nominated. Matthew McConaughey won in 2014 for Interstellar over Leonardo DiCaprio, Jordan Belfort, and Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh.
Interstellar is a better movie. Jordan Belfort, Leo as Jordan Belfort, that's one of his greatest performances.
Yep.
Okay? He was not even nominated for actor in a supporting role in 2013 for Django. He should have won for that too. Christoph Waltz won for the same movie as he's like the good hero,
right?
But he's supporting. I'm sorry, Christoph. Leo, that's Leo's show. Once he steps on set, once he's on screen, that's Leo's movie.
Yeah.
So he should have won for that, or could have won for that. He's nominated in 2007 for Blood Diamond. He shouldn't have won for Blood Diamond, but he shouldn't have been nominated for Blood Diamond because do you know what else came out in 2006?
Tell me.
The Departed. The Departed came out in 2006, and Leonardo DiCaprio should have been nominated for The Departed and should have won for The Departed.
Just hit me with it. All those men in The Departed. Oh my God. Just.
He's nominated in 2004 or 2003, one of those years, for playing Howard Hughes as the Aviator. Forrest Whitaker won in 2007. I don't remember. Sean Penn wins for Milk. Before Milk, there's not a world where Milk doesn't win in that.
That was a huge year.
Yeah, Milk's winning that 10 times out of 10. Can't complain about it. Although Leo as Howard Hughes is fantastic, and then he's nominated for What You Need, Gilbert Grape. There's no world where he wins that.
Exactly.
Even though it's a fantastic performance as a child. He could have been nominated for Titanic. Doesn't even get touched for that. I don't know.
Crime of the century.
And watching, seeing how he reacted to Michael B. Right? Michael B. gets announced, and almost before they're even finished saying his name, Leo is standing up and clapping. And
class act,
but also he's just so used to losing at these goddamn award shows that he's just like, yep, I'm gonna get up and clap, and I'm gonna be a class act. And we're just taking it for granted.
Yeah.
He just turns in great performance after great performance, and we're just taking it for granted at this point because we don't like him as a guy. Or I don't even know because
what is it?
Because he doesn't want to play the game. Like I don't know what it is.
Yeah, interesting.
But that's what I'm tired of. That's really what's got me thinking this morning. Like that's what I'm thinking about this morning.
Let it out.
But yeah, I am happy for Michael B. He puts in a great performance. Who is the other person nominated in that category? We've talked about 3 of them. There's and this is like
I just know the 3.
Wagner Moura for Secret Agent. He puts in a good performance. He wasn't going to win, but he puts in a good performance. And I don't know who. Oh no, it wasn't Paul Mescal. Not for Hamnet. Paul Mescal could have been, but I don't know. Oh, Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon. Ethan Hawke puts in a great performance, and if we're in 2002, he probably wins.
Yeah,
but it's just an old timey performance.
Yeah,
old timey movie.
Yeah.
So happy for Michael B. Sinners got. That's the biggest one Sinners got.
Yeah,
and was gonna get
it. I was, like I said, out at Barney's watching it. It was louder than the sports.
Yeah,
the crowd went crazy because there was some, I don't even know, like it's a preseason game, obviously, because it's not April yet.
Baseball?
But, yeah.
Yeah.
But there was a Dodger game on,
yeah.
and some guys sitting at the bar had a problem with us, like asking them to turn on the audio and stuff for the Oscars and all this stuff. And then it was just so rewarding to like have Michael B. Jordan win. And we just like went, the whole restaurant just erupted.
Everybody likes that guy.
Truly.
Everybody likes him.
And then we all missed it in terms of documentation. So then the last category, well, there's one more, the girls. But then when Best Picture came up, we all had our phones out ready to like watch the Sinners win and record everyone going crazy. And they announced one battle. And we're all like, oh.
Disappointing.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think? And we can talk about, you voted for, you got right, Hamnet for leading role actress.
Yes. Jessie Buckley. That's one of the greatest performances I've seen this thing.
Yeah. I guess I'd have to see it. I didn't see either. I really wanted to make a point to see if I had legs, I'd kick you.
It's good.
Yeah.
I started it and I watched the first 2/3 of it.
Mm-hmm.
Need to finish, but it's good. And Rose Byrne, it's one of those movies that will just. It was hard to watch.
That's why hard to watch,
and that's just like a note for, or like a testament to how good it is, because that's the point of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how hard it is to be a mother in these shoes.
Yeah.
And God damn it, I wanted to turn it off so many times.
Right,
like,
but when you're a mom, you can't.
Yeah.
Impressive. Wow. Yeah. See.
Yeah, Rose Byrne is really good, but Jessie Buckley's on another level.
Yeah.
At least in Hamnet. I mean, just overall, but in Hamnet, she is so good. And you were talking before about how I'm an actor, and so I can watch things differently sometimes.
Yeah.
And her performance, I'm sitting there and I'm just thinking like, what the hell did you do to get here?
Right.
It's heartbreaking, and it's like heartbreaking from the inside out. That I'm just like, I can't imagine what you did to get here, let alone what you did to get here on second take, third take, fourth take. Like, you're doing this over and over and over again. You're spending 12 hours a day on this one scene potentially. That's just like, that is ripping my soul out, because I'm watching you just drain of all life. Like,
yeah,
she is incredible, and I'm happy she won.
Slay, major slay. And then finally, Best Picture. What do you think like was the difference between? Because
and that it's tough.
Because as a non-movie person and just as a consumer, I get very confused when like categories win. Like, okay, you had, but I guess, no, I can't actually talking this through. Like, it's performance versus like story, I guess. Is it? Because
I don't think so. I think it's all encompassing.
How do you get like, I'm trying to think of like, they got.
Like, how does one battle win Best Picture, but not all of the rest of the things that they're nominated for?
Or something like that. Or there's been situations, right, where the movie wins Best Actor, it wins Best Directing, it wins Best Writing, but then it doesn't win Best Picture or something. Sure. Like,
you know what? And that's one thing I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know how it's split up voter wise, like what they're thinking. My guess for one battle is it was easier to put it in a box.
Yeah.
Whereas Sinners, you watch Sinners and you can stick it honestly in 4 different genres. It's a horror movie. It's also
right. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
it's also a drama. Mm-hmm. It's a period piece. Mm-hmm. Dare I say it's somewhat of a musical?
Yeah.
It has 2 or 3 musical numbers in there. It has as much musicality that you can have without being considered a musical, and that's because it's so good at everything else that it does. Mm-hmm. that I think a lot of people didn't really know what to do with it, and that also may have been a little overwhelming for some people.
Interesting.
But One Battle is one of those where you watch and you're
like,
like,
I got it.
you're like, I know what this is, and it's done to perfection.
Very
I
true.
thought at least it was
Because I definitely like felt more of One Battle, but that's because it's my own experience as somebody from San Francisco and like very anti-establishment and anti-politics. That spoke to me in that kind of like dystopian where we all have to like work underground now to like have a voice and stuff.
I thought One Battle blew me away the first time every time I've seen it, but it blew me away because obviously it takes time to make movies, right? This script has surely been done for the better part of 5 years.
I see.
But when it was released, it could not have been more topical.
It's true.
It was released, and I'm like, oh, you thought this idea last week because you watched the news. You watched the news last week, and now it's in theaters. How did you make that happen?
Yeah.
It could not have been more on the nose topical for what we're doing. It's like it was like we're watching a personal story take place within something that is actively going on to the extent at which it's actively going on, which it wasn't like that when this movie was getting
Produced.
made.
Filmed.
Just to have that foresight to make a film like that is really impressive to me.
Yeah. Because then I also like, because I was torn on which way I wanted to vote. Because I ultimately went with Sinners, I think, because I felt like it was a more original concept. I thought it was just a really cool idea and metaphor to like have, these culture sucking vampires. Like, what a cool way to think in a new, fun, exciting way to
absolutely
think of that.
There have been movies like One Battle After Another. There's not been a movie like Sinners.
Correct.
And people want to say From Dusk Till Dawn. I get where you're coming from. I had the same thought, and then you think about Sinners, or you see it for a second or third time, and you're like, no, Sinners is one of a kind. It's truly one of a kind, and it very well could have won last night. It just One Battle. It was One Battle's night. I think Paul Thomas Anderson said something really important too. He said the 1975 Oscars, these films were nominated, and he said there was no best out of all of them. It was just this film's night, or it was just like the way the mood was in the room that night, and a really cool way to give credit to all the other nominees. And I think he's absolutely right. There was 4 or 5 fantastic, great films from last year that on any other year may have or probably would have won.
So I want to know, once this is like not all said and done, but like where we're going now, like what does these winners tell us about the future of movies? And I think the easiest kind of like, if you just split it up into teams, you've got the Michael B. Jordans and you've got the Timothy Chalamets.
Yeah.
Or you were kind of even talking about, what's her name from Hamnet? You were talking about like her
Buckley?
performance. Yeah. Like we have I don't even want to like say Michael B. Jordan versus Timothy, but like I miss the starving artist. Like, why are we getting it? Why do you choose acting? Because I choose media entertainment because like I enjoy telling stories. I enjoy performing. Like this is my craft. This is like what I want to do, and I'm going to always do it. But then you have like these Timmys who are like, I'm only going to accept offers that have Oscar potential, or you know what I mean? And like, even coming down to like the fact that he is dating a Kardashian. Like you even said earlier in this episode, like, shout out to Timmy, your life is going to be okay. You have a great life, reminder. And I think it's a good example of like not to say the younger generation, I don't like to put it all on Gen Z as a millennial, but like, do you think we're kind of missing the plot in terms of like what success looks like as a successful actor or artist? Like, do you view it as so much of a business like Timmy is, or like a good script is a good script, and if you're an actor, you should just be drawn to that project regardless of its potential of viewership or money or anything?
I think for one, it's really hard without having experience doing so. I think it's really hard to just read a script and say this is going to be nominated for Oscars.
Right.
And like obviously there's your agent will pitch you on that. They say it's got this director, it's this topic. So it's a really good bid, but I think there's always kind of a coin flip. You don't really know what you're going to do.
Right.
I do think Timmy's made it clear that he wants to win an Oscar and that he wants to be recognized in the same sentence as a lot of these great artists. And I don't think he is necessarily going about it the wrong. I mean, I think he is kind of going about it the wrong way now. But I think he comes from a home of starving artists. Like his mom and grandmother were ballerinas. Ironic. And he's able to go to the high school that he went to, the fame high school, LaGuardia, on like a government sponsorship and an art sponsorship.
Okay.
So I think he understands what it means, and I think maybe I might be giving him too much credit. I think maybe he sees himself he's seen himself get to this position, and he said, "Well, I can't squander it." So I've got to put myself in the media.
Balls to the walls.
I've got to do what the Kardashians are doing, where it's just like I'm everywhere all the time, constant notoriety. And I think it's taken away some of his notoriety as an artist and just made him more of a celebrity. But I think he understands what it means to be an artist.
Okay.
Whereas Michael B. I think Michael B. is more of a movie star than Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the conversation that we're in, is like movie star versus artist. No, he's okay.
I guess, yeah, what I'm trying to say is like, because I've also seen like such a change in casting. What networks want is influencers and follower counts and all of this stuff, and like less willing to take a risk on somebody without a following or without an established name.
Right.
I fear that Timmy's way of going about things, let's just say, like is feeding that fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
people are like, I use the example, I know you aren't going to necessarily catch on, but Drag Race. I used to be a huge fan of RuPaul's Drag Race. Mm-hmm. And a part of that was finding the best drag queens in these little small podunk towns.
Yes.
Now we're on season 17, and you've got these 18-year-olds who have no idea who the greats are that came before them, and are just like, I just wanted to be on Drag Race.
Yeah.
Like I'm a drag queen to be on Drag Race, instead of I'm an existing drag queen, an existing artist. But I think you kind of see what I'm saying.
I follow. Yeah, I do think that there are a lot of people that move here chasing fame, and that's not new. And I think now with social media being so prominent, maybe it feels so new. Okay, we're not having down my life. But I do think the people that I do think the people that ultimately make it and ultimately get in those rooms, such as last night, I have similar mentalities to like the starving artist, to like real artistry, whatever the fuck that means.
Right.
And they've probably learned to balance the new age like marketing of themselves and also their artistry.
Yeah.
Which is just a new skill to have.
It's just a new skill. It's a new variable in the equation, I guess. But yeah, I am discouraged because it goes beyond acting. It goes to the economy. It goes to everything else. Like, I have an engineering background, so I always like to reverse engineer everything I do. And so if there is no clue, like, I just want to be famous. Like, what does that look like? Like, what are you actually putting out? And what is your skill? What is your craft? It's attention.
Fame is a skill at this point. It's become a skill. Like, I just know how to be famous. I know how to get followers. I know how to do whatever. And that, I think, is a travesty of modern times.
I guess so. Yeah, that's what I'm like trying to get. Like, it fucking sucks, right? So somebody that just decides that today, I want to be an actor, you kind of, like, are you pissed at Timmy for creating this kind of environment where like only the good movies go to these names regardless of what they bring to the table?
No, I think he's a product of his environment. I don't think he's a creator. Prior to him kind of being a publicly arrogant asshole. He was Timothée Chalamet from Call Me by Your Name and Bones and all, and he was really likable and he was really sweet and he was humble and grounded. And I think maybe the artistry's taken him too far. I think he's a product of his environment rather than somebody who said, you know what, this is the way it is right now, and so we're just going to go full force and like I'm going to get 1 trillion followers and I'm going to be the most famous actor and that's what's going to get me the awards, because clearly it's not.
Right.
Clearly it's not. Clearly having your name plastered everywhere is not necessarily the best thing to get you the notoriety that you want.
That you think you want.
That you think you want, at least, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of the movies that were nominated that you haven't seen, you've seen them all?
Nominated just last night, period?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I haven't seen them all. Okay.
Which are you most excited to see from the nominated list that you haven't seen? Was there like a movie that got an award that you were like...
I was like, oh, God, I've got to see that.
Mm-hmm.
It might have to be K-Pop Demon Hunters. Yeah. Because I really have seen... I saw all of the Best Picture nominees. I saw most of the nominees for actor, actress. So it might have to be K-Pop Demon Hunters that I really got to check out. I have to see if I have to finish. If I had legs, I'd kick you. But I can't act like I'm excited to finish that because that is just a whole shitstorm of like of a movie that is a piece of art. But it's like I did not enjoy watching it.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where like you're like sweaty palms and just tense the whole time.
Totally.
I think I'm most excited to see. I think I want to see Secret Agent.
Yeah.
And then I want to see the short that you were talking about, the saliva.
You should. Two people exchanging saliva is good, and you'd like it a lot. If there was, if you had to choose one big winner of last night, who would you choose?
Like whose night was it?
Yeah. Like who won the Oscars last night?
I still think Sinners.
Yeah. You know what? I don't hate that.
I think so because the sheer amount of nominations they had, the Michael B. win, and then also the Oakland Bay Area female cinematographer.
The energy in the room too. Every time Sinners was announced in a category, the room went crazy.
Eruption.
Whether they won or lost, like whenever they were announced, Sinners. Whenever anybody said Sinners, people were excited for it. So yeah, I think I agree with you there. I think Michael B. probably, like, it just, I guess to make it more specific from my end, is a big winner because he probably spent the last, I don't know if he believed he was going to win or not, but I certainly believed that he wasn't going to win up until a week ago. I was like, wait a second, he might do this.
And I think maybe the winner, like a good takeaway is kind of like, even though I was trying to be negative about like Timmy ruining everything and being so out of touch, like other people get awarded too. Like I think sometimes you watch the Oscars or other award shows and it's just like, again, this movie, again, and it felt really well distributed.
Which is so, I agree, and it's so interesting because it felt when I was looking at the nominees when we were choosing, I was like, oh, they're all the same movie.
Exactly.
Like it did not have a versatile stack of things to choose from, but they all won
when you
a
read
little
just
bit.
the winners, and it's like, oh my god, all these movies,
Yeah.
all these different projects I've never heard of or I need to see. So I think that's a good positive note to take away. Do you have any projects coming up? I know you're like, you have some plays that you've been in.
I've been in a couple plays. I don't have any on the radar right now. I am set to start filming a movie next month. That's just a horror movie.
Ooh.
And I won't say much about that, but I'm set to start filming a horror movie next month.
Can you say if you're dying or if you're a killer or if you're...
I die. Oh. I die.
I'm going to love that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's the second time dying on camera. So, but other than that, no, I'm just going day by day looking for something big.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, tell the people where they can find you. Instagram, YouTube. Do you have a reel? Tell the people.
Yes. So I'm most active on Instagram. It is @_Brendan Patterson _ Brendan BRENDAN. And I would also urge you to follow my Letterboxd. If you like listening to me talk about movies, I log on Letterboxd almost every single day. And that's just going to be @Brendan, spelled the same way, _ because I was on there pretty early.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Brendan.
Thanks for having me,
My
Zach. I had a
first
blast.
guest on my podcast.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Finally, we're over.